Well, I can't believe it. In just 3 weeks, I'm going to be leaving to hike the Tour du Mont Blanc. And right now I'm up here just sort of sorting through some of my gear and getting ready to think about packing. Obviously, the girls are here to help me out. Anyway, yeah, just 3 weeks, so I've got a lot of planning left to do, trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to pack to take with me. And so I've got a lot going on. There's also I've got some other news and some things that I want to talk about. There's a few concerns actually about my hike of the TMB, and I'm going to talk about those a little bit. And there's some other interesting things that and that has come up, about my YouTube channel, and I'll talk about that a little bit. And then also, I think today I'm going to talk a little bit about my future hiking plans. Even beyond the TMB, the Tour du Mont Blanc. When do I think I'm going to get back on the Appalachian Trail, and are there any other trails I've got on the radar that I'm thinking about? So I'm going to talk about all of those things. But right now, actually, I don't have time to finish going over my packing, because I've got to go meet a few of my friends, because one of the things I'm doing to make sure that I stay in shape for the TMB is I'm doing as much hiking around here in central Mexico as I can, and I need to change my clothes and get out of here in the next couple of minutes to meet some of my hiking friends, and we're going to head out of town a little bit south of town and hike the mountains up there. And so I think while I'm hiking the mountains here in central Mexico, I think I'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about my plans for the Tour du Mont Blanc, as well as those other things that I mentioned. So I got to get out of here, change my clothes, and head out to meet my friends.
Well, the trailhead for today's hike starts at a small town just south of San Miguel de Allende. And so we're about ready to head up the mountains and see where this today's trail might lead us. But hiking here in Mexico is definitely different than what my hike will be in the Alps on the Tour du Mont Blanc. Obviously, there's no glaciers here, and it's pretty arid. So it makes for slightly different hiking conditions than what I saw on the Appalachian Trail, or really just about most of my other hikes. I suppose the closest thing maybe that I can think of, I haven't done the PCT yet, but I think maybe the southern portion of the PCT might be a bit closer to the type environment that we see here in central Mexico. But anyway, I mentioned that there's a few things that I want to talk about as far as my preparations to hike the Tour du Mont Blanc. I think one of my biggest concerns is really just getting there. I purchased my tickets. Look at the great view. We've already ascended quite a bit up the mountainside, and the views here hiking these mountains in central Mexico can be really spectacular. But anyway, back to my preparations for the Tour du Mont Blanc. As I said, just getting there has become, a bit of a concern for me, because I actually purchased my airfare a couple months ago, actually. And since then, there's been some developments with the air traffic situation, specifically the Newark airport. The airfare that I got through United, I think, has I'll be flying from here to Newark, where I'll make a connection there, heading into Geneva. And if you've watched the news lately, you know about some of the situations that have happened at the Newark airport. Just a couple weeks ago, they had some serious problems with their radar, lost both visual and audio contact with all the planes going in and out of the airport, which caused some significant delays in their flights and cancellations, I guess. And then in addition to that, there's been some ongoing construction there that can contribute to some delays. So I'm a little bit worried about making my connection once I get to Newark. In addition to just the plain old safety concerns. So yeah, that's one concern. And then another concern about flying is, there's some new as far as your carry-on restrictions, what you can carry on now. I guess they've made some changes to power packs that you can carry, and you could only carry power packs that are a certain size. And I've got a couple of night cores that I usually travel with. One of them is quite large, so I'm afraid that might not make the restriction. So I'm going to have to look into that. And then, of course, you have to carry power packs, any kind of batteries and things like that. You can't put them in your checked baggage. And normally, I try to avoid checking baggage anyway. But you can't carry on trekking poles, and I'm pretty certain I'm going to need my trekking poles on the Tour du Mont Blanc. So I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and check my bag anyway with the trekking poles. So, but yeah, I'll have to have a carry on anyway for my power pack and any kind of things like that I don't want to necessarily check. That's one of my concerns. Now, something else that's come up that's kind of interesting regarding my YouTube channel is, lately my channel is really small and it's very unprofessional. Nothing I say is scripted, and so occasionally I get some trollers that like to leave comments about my stuttering and my lack of professional presentation in my videos. But I think that my videos, unscripted as they are, make them a bit more authentic. And what you see is what you get. But nonetheless, I've actually had some people contact me wanting to sponsor my videos, and I've not really thought about anything like that. And there was I won't mention who it was because this is somebody I ultimately turned down, but there was a camera company that wanted me to use their camera and talk about it and the biggest problem with that is they wanted to tell me sort of how to do my videos too, and that's not anything I wanted to do. So but there's and here I'm going to leave this unmentioned because I haven't really decided yet, so I'm not going to mention who this is. But there's a filter company, and their filters seem really kind of cool, and I want to learn a little bit more about them. And I may actually end up getting a sponsor for some of my videos, believe it or not. So. Yeah, that's something new that's been happening with my channel. And then the other thing that I mentioned that I was going to talk about are my my future hiking plans. What do I have in mind? After the Tour du Mont Blanc. So like I said, in 3 weeks, mid-June. I'll be hiking the Tour du Mont Blanc, and I chose that because it's a relatively short hike, at least compared to like a big through hike like the Appalachian Trail, because the situation with my dogs now and things like that, I don't necessarily want to be leaving them for more than 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So getting back on the Appalachian Trail this year in 2000. was out of the question. So I decided to go ahead and hike the Tour du Mont Blanc. And I may actually, this summer, after I do the Tour du Mont Blanc and I come home for a while, I may go ahead and, plan another hike. And there's a few of them on my radar, but at the top of the list right now, which sounds like it might be kind of fun, is hiking the rim to rim through the Grand Canyon. And so I'm looking into that. I know that you need to make reservations for that. There's a lot of, things that I have to get organized before I can commit to anything like that. So those are my plans. But for now, just stay tuned as I prepare to hike the Tour du Mont Blanc.